a lot is happening. A lot is happening in the world, and it's so hard for me not to be carried away by it. And one of the things that helped me to notice that I have been carried away by it is that there is tension somewhere. There is tension either in my body, like my shoulders or my jaws, or headache, uh, or sometimes actually the tension is not only physical; it can be mental, right? Like one way to feel a mental load or stress is that the mind is chasing for a solution. It's almost obsessively kind of, maybe I need to do this, or maybe if this happens or that happens, and it could go either to chasing a solution, or it could be just a rumination, right? Like kind of going in circles about the worst case scenarios that might happen, or the solutions again. Another type of tension is, it's more of like emotional one. Like I feel heavy emotionally. And what I find and what we see is that it's not so much about finding solutions to those things that help to relieve this tension, this stress. It's actually taking some time to connect to the body, to the mind, to the heart, and really find that ease within the experience. So physically, for example, is okay, I feel tension. I can kind of ease into that tension. It's not about let's get rid of this tension, it's about easing into that tension. If it's mental, okay, if the mind is really going all over, so just to help it to rest on one thing, okay, let's rest on the breath. Let's rest on a word, a phrase. Let's rest on attention, focus, anchor. And emotionally, it's more something like, oh, I feel really sad, and I feel really sad. Okay, let's sit with this sadness, not fuel it, not suppress it. Let's just sit. Let's reassure it that it's all right. Or anger, or fear. Okay, yeah, it's really tough right now. I'm with you. So, in a way, by not going with it, but also not suppressing it, things seems to kind of settle by themselves. And what we see is that if we do it, even just for short breaks, as 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, and the effects of it is enormous in two ways. One, because okay, I reminded myself that I have the capacity to relax myself, or to calm, or to reset my nervous system. But also the simple fact that we are doing it, at the first place, the body is entering less stressful situations. And one thing that goes with me recently, as from the book of Esther, really the one of the characters there, he has this ability to be aware, of what's happening, and to hear and to see. And one of the teachings on it is that the ability to see very deeply, or to hear very deeply, has something to do directly with our discerning, and to say, no, on this I'm not going to look. For this I am not going to listen. So once we are filtering a lot of the things out, it gives us a greater ability to see and hear what really matters. So in the next practice, this is what we'll do. We'll just remind ourselves this quiet, this softness, this hearing and seeing ourselves with an anchor, with softening, and with reassurance to the body, mind, and heart. So for this practice, really you can do it sitting or laying, any position that works for you. I do notice that if the mind wanders a lot or very active, it is, I find that it's easier for people to stay more focused and anchored if they sit with a straight spine. So sitting and actually holding ourselves, and if you feel comfortable, only if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Otherwise, just gazing softly. And we start in a very, very powerful practice that relatively easier to weave into the day-to-day, called the 3 minutes breathing space. This practice is divided into 3 or 4 parts. The first part is finding the comfortable position and maybe making ourselves a little bit more comfortable. And the second part is to check in. Honestly ask ourselves, how am I feeling right now? Rather than answering good or bad, just really seeing things as they are, more factual. I feel pressure here, I feel my weight there, I feel warmth here, or coolness there, or tingling sensation there, tension, aches. So really quickly, it might be through a very quick body scan, scanning with our awareness from head to toes, or it might be just by kind of a general observation of the body and noticing what are the parts that are calling for our attention. Parts or organs, tendons, muscles. And that is something that we would like to do both physically and also mentally. Notice, where does the mind go? What's on my mind? And also noticing the characteristics, if it's thoughts that are going to the future, or thoughts that are going more processing the past. Maybe thoughts about right now. The next level that we'd like to check in with is our emotion. Our emotions, how are we feeling right now? Maybe happy, maybe sad, maybe nervous, anticipating, maybe frustrated, or really anything else. So the second part of the 3 minutes breathing space is really just to check in. We call it 3 minutes because it can be done very shortly. And today we'll do it a little bit longer. The next step is to anchor our attention on the breath. One very good way to anchor our attention is to identify as many things that are happening right now in relation to the breath. Starting with the most physical things, the sensations. Can you feel the air flows in and out from the nostrils? This step we can break into two. One is just really passive breathing, when we are purely observing the sensations of the breath in the nostrils, the back of the throat, the lungs, and the abdomen. Or any other place. The other option is to consciously deepen and slow down the breath. So more of a controlled breath. When we change the way we breathe, we also change the way we feel. It's a more of an active reset for the nervous system. Reset or and moving towards equilibrium, regulation. After we focus on the breath for a few moments, we'll move to the next and last stage of this exercise, which is just to zoom out from the nostrils or from the abdomen or chest and start feeling the whole body. You can imagine yourself sitting or laying with an awareness of your whole body. So far, I've done the 3 minutes breathing space, which was more like 5 or 10 minutes. Wonderful, wonderful way to take breaks during the day. Check in and soften. And out of this place, ask yourself if there are any parts in your body that are calling for softening. Maybe the abdomen, supporting a deeper breath to the lower lobes. maybe the shoulders, the arms, the hips, maybe the face, the jaws. Notice where the mind is and ask yourself if you'd be willing to decide to rest your attention on the breath, just for the next 10 minutes. So, whenever a thought is coming up and becoming aware of it, oh, I'm not thinking about the breath. I'm in a to do list, or I'm processing my past, or I'm planning my future. Okay, I can put it aside now and just rest my attention. I'll do that later. And now I'm just resting my attention on the breath. There is attention, and within the attention there is rest. Noticing the incoming air and the outgoing air. And if emotions come up, perhaps offering it quality of reassurance, quality of acceptance, quality of presence, as you are aware of your breath, pausing your day to attend your body, your mind, your heart. Is there tension somewhere in my body? Can I ease into it? Can I rest my attention just a little bit deeper on the breath? How is my heart right now? Can I offer it some reassurance? As I soften the body with the exhalation. If it fits you now, I invite you to take a few deep and slow breaths in and out. And with every breath in, ask yourself, what are the qualities that you'd like to gift for yourself in all of this noise and busyness? And with every exhalation, ask yourself, what am I letting go of now? We're coming closer to the end of this practice. I invite you to ask yourself, how are you feeling right now? Just as we open the session in the 3 minutes breathing space, check in with your body. Any sore spots, tension, pressure, ease, openness, lightness, anything. Notice how the mind is operating right now. Notice how the heart is. And before opening the eyes, just asking, what am I taking from this session? From this specific session? What insight? Or what did I hear? It was meaningful for me. What did I find? What did I cultivate? What would I like to take from this session? In your own time, slowly, slowly. When you feel ready, coming back. If you need more time, please take it. Thank you very much joining us here in Zoom, or if you're listening to it in Spotify or YouTube or Apple. Or hope you feel the benefits of the practice and carry it onward with you to your loved ones, and know that as much as the ripples of the noise go on, also the ripples of the stillness, they must go together. It's just a part of it. Thank you very much. Blessings.